Hey guys, Jason Nedved here with Nedved Precision Shooting. I just won, never thought it would be possible, the NRL22 championship. 270 shooters, some guys from all over the world came down to shoot that, or over, above, whatever, to shoot that, and I ended up winning. I had the goal of placing over 38th because that's where I placed last year, and ended up winning it. So that worked out really well. Dropped 5 points day one, 12 on day two. And ended up winning by 5 impacts. So very pleased with that. But with that, I've been getting a lot of questions of what I used. So in this video, we're going to talk about what I used, how old, and some basic things that I do for training and cleaning. And some of you might laugh at the cleaning bit because you already know. But so just real quick so you guys can move on with life. This is a Voodoo Gen 3 or 360. With a 24-inch Bartlein 120 straight taper, 1/16 twist with the EC tuner. Did not have time to mess with the EC tuner, so it's just set at 0-ish, and that's all there is to that. I like the 360 because of the throw. It is sitting on Hawkins rings, or sorry, a 40 MOA rail, Hawkins rings, Vortex Razor Gen 3 with the diving board, because that's where I place my hand, as some of you guys know. I ran the L3i 14 round mag. Worked really well for me the weekend before. The reason I say that is because this rifle going into the championship had 241 rounds on it and only ran at one match, but it ran, so I took it. This is all sitting in the JG4. We were kidding around on the podcast, on Shooter's Mindset podcast. Give that a listen. That there's only one champion, obviously me, and there's only one JE out there. So this is the JEG4, obviously had it Cerakoted. They come in black. Had it Cerakoted. I thought it looked pretty sweet, but I had a buddy do that. Then you look on this side here, I used the Coltac cheat sheet with my dope cards, and obviously everything you see you can get at nedvedprecisionshooting.com. Also run the OBI, the QD mount to carry the rifle from stage to stage. And on barricades, I use the Pro Plate, Graups Pro Plate with the brass weights, and then I use the heavy fill Schmedium, also found on the website, and that is the bag I use probably 95% of the time. The only time I use a pint-sized sticky heavy fill is prone, or if we have like some serious slope, but we don't have any of that at the championship. So I only use that for prone and modified prone, like when we were shooting off the bench. But yeah, that is the build. If you have any questions, let me know. But let's get into a little bit of what and why. So I run the JE because it just feels really, really comfortable for me. I shoot in cold areas here in South Dakota, and this rubber here just feels super comfortable for me. Or putting your cheek on year round, absolutely great. Also, obviously, the look of it. The look and the feel is just perfect. The vertical for me. The adjustability of the mag, I think, is the big thing, because you're able to adjust this forward and back and up and down to fit your mags just perfect. So I get it to fit the original Voodoo mags, the poly mags. I get it to fit that, feed that, and then I adjust the L3i, the back here, to make it fit, so then I can run either mag. Have the barricade stop on the front, and you can see it's nice and flush with that, just perfect. Just happened to work out. Run that just flush, so then I can just ram it into any bags, no problem at all on the barricades. Also underneath this Arca 6 here, this is 6 because it goes 6 inches past here, I have internal weights to help balance this rifle out, because it is a little rear heavy right out of the box. So I had interior weights made, also on the website. Night vision bridge, I found I pick up my rifle now that that's here. Same thing with the MDT ACC Elite. They have the control bridges. I find I pick up my rifle more from up here now. So then I'm still not manipulating the barrel, squeezing and lifting up a 22-pound rifle. I grab it from there now. It seems to be working all right. The Hawkins rings, I used Hawkins this time. I usually like the Graups rings, because the Graups I can put my send it level. I don't have any like the MDT ACC Elite. I have those the M-lock area for the send it level. Well, I run the Graups rings, so then I can put the send it level there. I didn't have a set. I had some in the store, but I didn't want to take some more out of inventory. So I had these Hawkins laying around, so I just threw the Hawkins on there. and ran with it. As you know, I always put my thumb up here and rest my hand up on the diving board. So that's where I keep that. Then the Vortex Razor Gen 3, they helped me out, same with MDT and the Voodoo. So thanks to them, but obviously the Vortex Razor Gen 3, I've used many of scopes out there. I try a little bit of everything just so I can have experience with everything. This is still by far my favorite. And obviously they are a huge supporter of all these shooting events, from sniper challenges to ELR to these rimfire matches to PRS to NRL, it doesn't matter. They are very supportive to this community, so absolutely love running the Gen 3 because A, it's a great scope, and B, they're very supportive. The Voodoo, obviously sponsored by Voodoo, but it's been very nice because I love running Voodoo, and then I was finally able to secure sponsorship with them, so absolutely love securing something that I already run and love with Vortex, Voodoo, and the MDT. So Voodoo Gen 3, the 360. So this is the 360, has 60-degree throw right there. I love it. It just seems to snap. You guys seen last time. I usually run my G1, my Gen 1 Voodoo, because I had that rebarreled with the 22-inch 120. I did the 11-degree crown, no tuner on that. But I really like that 60-degree throw. It just seems to snap better for me. It's more of a flick of the fingers. It just works out for me. Love running that. I went with the Bartlett 120 to help balance this chassis out, this JG4. Went 20 because, you know, things kind of happen. A lot of people were like in the 18-inch, and then it was the 20, 22, now it's the 24. Who knows if we get to 26? Some people are running that. But the 24 balanced just perfectly. I have a 22 on my Gen 1. Just need a little bit more weight, so I ended up getting the 24-inch. I wanted to experiment with this, but ran out of time, so I was not able to play with the EC tuner yet. But that's on the to-do list, and I'll have videos for that. The mag, the reason I run the mag, has 14 rounds for those 12-round stages. We don't have any at the championship, but other places we do. So you can fit 14 rounds in here. It is adjustable. I have never had any issues. I can't rim lock it. I can load this as I'm spotting on my glass. It works great. Like I said, I get this tuned up for the regular poly mag, and then get this one to work in there as well. And all I do to it, I don't shave anything, take a rat tail to it, nothing. All I do is adjust this back bit up and down. I just run my fingernail in here and then just barely loosen it and just kind of press it up, tighten it up, throw it in here and run it. With that barricade stop, it doesn't get moved at all. So really liking that. I always run the Schmedium and the Pro Plate. I don't have the Pro Plate here, it's in my tripod, but the Schmedium heavy fill, I like running. I take some fill out, and so I can grind my fingers together, and then they just barely touch on either side of the bag. I run that in my right hand, rifle in the left. Another thing that really helped me during the championship is my watch. I have that match timer on there. I think it's a $20 app that has scored me so many points. I run it on this wrist because my gun is in my left hand, but I run that to keep track of all my time. But with that, I believe that is the rifle. Obviously had it Cerakoted. I think it looks sweet. It's the only one on the line, and it's the only one that won the championship. So won the X Series, won the Open Champ because it's an open gun, overall match winner, and top expert. The only one I didn't win was the NRL22 Series trophy. It kind of looks like that one. That is because we don't have matches here in South Dakota that's NRL22 affiliated anymore. We used to have 5, now we have 1 out of peer pressure, I guess. But yeah, that is my rifle. If you have any other questions, let me know. I think I covered most of it. Weighs about 22 pounds, 40 MOA, Razor Gen 3, Voodoo 360. This Voodoo 360 had 241 rounds going into the championship, and it ran very well. Went to the sight-in range with 1 full mag and shot 50, 100, 150, 200. Everything lined up perfect. I use a Kestrel 5700 Elite. It happens to be orange too. That's just so when I drop it, I can find it with an orange or blue flag on it. But that's what I use to get all my ballistics data. Run Lapua long range at 1101, And in my ballistic solver here, I run the last year at the PRS Championship in Pennsylvania. They had the AB lab there, and I was able to get a PDM and uploaded that to here, and I run that for all my rifles for this Lapua long range. So yeah, with that, obviously all of it can be found on my website. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and thanks for all the support to get this and to push me on the way. I never would have expected it, but it worked out. So with that, we'll see you guys at the range. Thanks.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck.